Most of you know I used to be a scientist, so why can't I clone myself? And this is the probably number one question that every business owner asks themselves. And so I thought I'd share some thoughts with you on that, because they say that 65% of businesses, all businesses, or 67% or something like that, only have one employee, the owner. And if that is you, do you have a business, or do you have a lifestyle business, or rather just a job? And what qualifies you to actually say that you have a business? And obviously that's having employees. But I'm at the point now where I have employees, and most of you, or some of you business owners that have employees, are going to be asking yourself, why do I have to micromanage everything? Why can't I get people to do what I want? Why? And really what it comes down to is, some people will say systems and processes, and I don't know if that's enough, honestly. I don't know. So I'm going to leave you with, let's say, 3 thoughts, okay? Number 1, you need to be thinking about your business and reverse engineer it, okay? Everybody's excited when they have a business. It's great. You're looking at revenue, you're counting some money, you're counting pennies, you're selling something, you open it up, you have a business card, website, whatever. It's super exciting. I mean, believe me, I'm an adrenaline junkie on that, and I love it. I love the creativity that comes with starting a business. But that's the wrong way to think about it. If you reverse engineer from backwards to forwards, it's where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? What kind of lifestyle do you have because of that business? Okay? I don't think anybody who starts a business says, you know what, self, I'm going to start a business because I want to work 80-hour work weeks, and I want to be worrying about payroll every week, and I don't really want to ever be not stressed about money. I love being stressed. That's not what people think. They think, I want to be on a beach somewhere, I want to travel, I want to be financially independent, I want to choose what I want to do, who I want to do it with, and when I want to do it, right? That's what a business owner wants. So number 1, reverse engineer it, okay? Whether that means you are working 20 hours a week, and you have a certain amount of money that you're getting, certain amount of employees, figure out what that looks like, figure out if you have an operations manager helping you or whatnot, and then figure out how to get there, even if you're a solopreneur right now. So that's number 1. Number 2, everybody talks about systems and processes. And I can tell you, I spent 2 years in a pharmaceutical company, 7 more years at the Federal Virology Lab, writing SOPs, processes, checklists, and then, of course, 25 years writing 600 SOPs for my management company. And I'm now starting to realize that systems and processes is a good buzzword, but unless you can empower your people to follow them, the systems and processes and SOPs, they're not worth the paper they're written on. And if you overcomplicate things, as I often do, then you're going to have too many. And so what is the balance between having good systems and good processes? And so just make sure, so that's kind of point number 2, have systems and processes, but think of a way that you want your employees to be following those. Think of a way, picture you're the employee, and you need to do something, and it could be as simple as, I need to do a real estate showing. I mean, that seems like common sense, but what happens if it's a certain way that you want it done? What if you're a realtor watching this video, and you're like, okay, I want my licensed assistant to open up the house a certain way. I want mood lighting, I want a Bluetooth speaker playing music, whatever it is, right? Want the temperature set to a certain amount, and I want a real estate sign out front, and I want the checklist for my open house, and, well, then it's not just a real estate showing. And where is that information going to live? And how are they going to know that it exists? So you need a way to have them know either to search up on it, because if you do what I've done and overcomplicate things with 600 SOPs, I can't even remember if I have an SOP. That's how complicated I've made things. So number two, make sure you have systems and processes, but make sure they're simple enough so your people can follow them, okay? And number three, build your business with the exit in mind. Build your business with the exit in mind. What does that mean? Well, like I said, it's kind of like reverse engineering, okay, but not quite the same, because what I asked you to do is reverse engineer the lifestyle that you want and what the business is giving you, which is great, okay, whether you're making $200,000 a year or $100,000 a year and you've got a full team in place and you can travel. But building the business with the exit in mind means, okay, I'm going to be selling it at some point one day, okay, and so how do you sell a business? Well, maybe you should look that up before you start a business, right? How are businesses valued in the type of area that you are wanting to go into? Whether it's cosmetics, whether you're selling widgets, whether you're a property manager or a realtor. And number one, is the business sellable, okay? And if it isn't, should you be really going into it, or you're just basically getting another job, right? But in an ideal world, if you were putting in 5, 10, 15, 20 years of your life, as I have, for a decent paying job, business, whatever, you want to be able to sell it, because that's the value of your equity, of your sweat equity. Otherwise, you might as well have just, taken a pass, not had the stress, work for somebody else, get a good job, and, you'd probably be at the same place. So is your business sellable? And who is the market going to be? And what type of buyers are looking for that business, and what type of things in that business do they want to see for it to be sellable? For example, most people are familiar with EBITDA, earnings before depreciation. Anyways, I'm messing that up. It's EBITDA, okay? And so most businesses are being sold for a multiple of EBITDA. So maybe you need to find out what your type of business can be sold for, whatever multiple, 2, 3, 5 times EBITDA, and then figure out if that's okay for you, and then figure out what your target revenue is over a certain period of time for you to be able to take that exit. I don't have a whiteboard behind me. I'm just, talking at you from the car. But if you want to sell your business for $1 million, okay, and your business is going to earn 15% profit margin, well, what type of EBITDA, your net profit, do you need to get in order to sell your business for $1 million? And if you're lucky enough to get a 5 times multiple, which you probably aren't, it's probably going to be 2 or 3, but let's just say a 5 times multiple for just easy math, well, you're going to have to be netting 200 grand a year. And so again, reverse engineering, right? So if you want to sell your business for $1 million and you can net out 200 grand at a 5 times multiple, well, that's what you need to do. And what do you need to do in order to get to a $200,000 net income? And so a lot of people make mistakes when they are creating these businesses because they want to reduce the amount of tax that they're paying. And that's great. You want to pay the least amount of tax, but what most people do in these lifestyle businesses, or even, and I've been guilty of this too, is you lease the nice car and you have a whole bunch of owner OPEX, okay, owner expenses, owner compensation built into your business. And that could mean, your son or daughter turns 18 and all of a sudden they're on the payroll, so you have a payroll expense. Maybe your spouse is on the payroll because they happen to come in to the office once a week. I mean, there's certain things you're allowed to do, which is great. You can take advantage of that. But what are you hurting in the end? Because you won't be able to sell your business for that multiple because you're not showing any income, right? So, I think there's a fine line to owner expenses and then the end result in trying to sell your business. And there's also a timing aspect. So I think it's just think about those 3 things, right? Reverse engineer it, systems, processes, and keeping things simple, and build the business with the exit in mind. And if you're able to follow those 3 simple rules, you will not be one of the 67% that only have a lifestyle business without any employees. You know, hopefully you're going to be in the 7% of businesses that earn over $1 million, and then you're going to be in one of those, you know, percentages where you're actually able to exit your business at some point and sell it, and then maybe buy another business and start over. Okay.